And some more news coming in after there were reports. UK media had reported that how Pete Hegseth there was profiteering done by his broker during this war, before this war, in fact. Now, White House has rubbished these claims, these reports. UK media had claimed war profiteering by Pete Hegseth. Now, White House has slammed war profit claim on Hegseth, and it has also demanded immediate retraction of the report. It has calls report on Hegseth false and fabricated. So White House has completely dismissed and rubbished this report, and it has called it false and fabricated. And White House says that these are baseless and dishonest claims, and it's a dishonest smear campaign against Pete Hegseth. And the report has been published to mislead the people, is what the White House is claiming. So this allegation is entirely false and fabricated. Neither Secretary Hegseth nor any of his representatives approached BlackRock about any such investment. This is yet another baseless, dishonest smear designed to mislead the public. This is the statement by White House to the UK report that claimed about Hegseth's war profiteering bid, after which the United States White House has reacted and completely dismissed this report, saying that it is a report designed to mislead the public. And in fact, the White House has also demanded an immediate retraction of this report. Secretary Hegseth and the Department of War remain unwavering in their commitment to the highest standards of ethics and strict adherence to all applicable laws and regulations, is what is being claimed by the White House. So after there were reports that UK media had claimed that there was war profiteering bid by Pete Hegseth, and remember, this also comes after there was a reaction by Donald Trump in which he said that Hegseth was eager to start the war, and in fact, it was Pete Hegseth who said, "Let's do it." Listen in.
I called Pete, I called General Kane, I called a lot of our great people. We have great people, and I said, "Let's talk. We got a problem in the Middle East. We have a country known as Iran that for 47 years has been just a purveyor of terror, and they're very close to having a nuclear weapon. We can keep going and get that 50,000 up to 55 and 60 is no end, or we can take a stop and make a little journey into the Middle East and eliminate a big problem." And Pete, I think you were the first one to speak up. And you said, "Let's do it," because you can't let them have a nuclear weapon. So we are now having really good discussions. They started last night, a little bit the night before that.
So Donald Trump had said that it was Hegseth who said that let's do it, let's start this war with Iran. And now there are UK media reports that claim that there was a profiteering bid also by Pete Hegseth, as there was a broker of Hegseth that approached the BlackRock just before the war. And amid these claims, now White House has also reacted to this matter, to this report, saying that it's a false and fabricated report, and this is a bid. This is a bid to mislead the public. A message from Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf is taking aim at Donald Trump, warning investors not to trust public statements and hinting markets may be moving on signals, not just events. As tensions between the United States and Iran stretch into the fifth week, scrutiny is growing over a $580 million trade placed minutes before a market-moving Trump announcement. Is this coincidence or something more? Here's a report. A message mocking Donald Trump that reads less like a political statement and far more like a seasoned trader's warning, delivered not from a trading desk in New York, but from the corridors of power in Tehran. A tweet appeared early morning on Monday by Speaker of the Iranian Parliament, Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf. It was almost like a coded signal to the markets, advising investors against believing Trump's Truth Social posts, alleging that they were just a setup for profit-taking. His advice? Do the opposite. If they pump it, short it. If they dump it, go long. It was a political barb, but laced with financial instinct and aimed squarely at Washington. As the conflict between the United States and Iran enters its fifth week with no visible signs of de-escalation, what is unfolding is not merely a confrontation of military might or diplomatic posturing, but something far more subtle and arguably more consequential, a battle of signals and timing which ripple instantly across global financial markets. Because beneath the noise of breaking news alerts and geopolitical rhetoric lies a deeper, more unsettling question that traders, analysts, and regulators alike are now beginning to confront. Are markets simply reacting to unfolding events, or are they, in some cases, moving to insider tidbits? Just last week, in the tense hours before a crucial announcement by Donald Trump, market data revealed a sudden and highly unusual surge in activity, amounting to nearly $580 million flowing into oil futures and equity positions in a narrow window of just 15 minutes before Trump announced a pause in hostilities against Iranian energy targets. The positions were sharply contrarian without logic given the ground realities. The mystery behind the audacious bets was solved minutes later with the Trump announcement, a development that immediately altered market sentiment and triggered a sharp reversal in futures trading, setting off a brief but powerful relief rally across global equities. For traders on the Wall Street, the sequence of events felt familiar because a strikingly similar pattern was seen just a year earlier that too triggered more questions than answers. On the 9th of April 2025 at 9:37 a.m., the US president posted this image on Truth Social. This is a great time to buy, with his initials as sign-off. This was after a nightmare week on the Wall Street, a plunge sparked by Trump tariffs. The brutal sell-off erased over $6 trillion in value within just 4 trading sessions, with the S&P 500 index losing 12% of its value. Less than 4 hours later, in a move that stunned markets, a 90-day pause on nearly all tariffs was announced, unleashing a dramatic surge that sent the S&P 500 soaring by 9.5% in a single session and restoring approximately $4.3 trillion in market value, nearly 70% of what had been wiped out in the preceding days. Adding another layer of intrigue to the episode was the sign-off, DJT, a detail that doubled as the stock ticker for Trump's media company, whose shares surged over 22% on the same day. And it is against the backdrop that Ghalibaf's remark now resonate with far greater intensity. Investors are no longer just tracking troop movements or diplomatic statements, they are watching something far more elusive, yet potentially far more powerful: the timing, tone, and intent behind every public message by Donald Trump. Because these messages are now more potent than missiles. Bureau Report, Business Today TV. So clearly, this is not the first time that profiteering bid claim have emerged in this war, and they have emerged in the past as well. With that, we're now slipping into a very short break. We'll